Hey there. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Good to be here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Making Pack Stereo TV, the show that is who knows, it's a reality talk segment. It's actually a meeting where Victor and I get together and talk about some of the issues that we have here and the task of creating product and running and developing internet television network. So all of this is integrated with our daily work and what we have to do. And it came about because friends and associates of ours asked to be privy to some of the behind-the-scenes conversation. So we decided to do this meeting, which we do regularly. Mm-hmm. And there's other meetings too, but this one we at least do publicly. So you get to be part of it, okay? And it's a real meeting.
Yes, sir.
So here we are, and today's date, it is June 6th, 2016, and the big thing for us is progress and expansion, mostly by the things we've been adding to our setup here. Why? Well, for one, wanted to have more camera angles. We ended up adding another video switcher. Now Victor runs 4 switchers. And we also added some other cameras, which we were able to purchase used online. The reason why we got them used is because they're cameras that we're familiar with, and they are running in around $350 to $400 range. And when you use them here in the studio, they make great in-studio cameras. You're not taking them out doing a bunch of work, not asking them to even use their internal mechanisms a lot, just using them as cameras. 3 CCD lenses, those kinds of things, make them optimal. So we've added some stuff, and you've been seeing some improvement. We've been getting comments, thank you guys, on the improvement of some of the way things are looking. By the way, got to give credit, you guys, to Victor Allen, because even though I think of some of these things and purchase them and get them installed, ultimately, he then has to actually tune and use them. So give it up for Vic for, the way he's been using those camera angles and adding those viewpoints, because that's all his work.
Oh, man, and it is so fun pressing buttons.
Well, so anyway, so that's there. So new cameras, new switcher, new setups. Vic, one of the things I forgot to actually mention to you that I saved is that in testing out the broadcast machine, it seems that whatever updates, for whatever reasons, that we're now able to do the 3 broadcast streams.
Right. So
I was running the 3 broadcast setup.
Oh, okay.
The high, medium, and mobile.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it was tolerating everything fine. So that's what we're using now instead of the 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll give you guys the choice in our regular broadcast for live stream for high, medium, and mobile stream. Okay, this Monday, we have to delay the morning coffee show because of medical appointments for me. So it's going to be delayed till 2 o'clock that afternoon. So it'll be good. It'll be the regular show format, but it'll occur at 2 p.m. Monday. Then the show will rebroadcast in our normal rebroadcast schedule. Yeah. Hey, other new developments, new 360 cameras. We talked about that. We're going to be adding 360 cameras here and around the campus, testing out those for the upcoming broadcast. And people already know that we talked about it on Morning Coffee, the upcoming 3D 360 Views camera, V-U-Z-E, you can search it, that we're going to be installing. It's going to allow us to produce 3D 360 pages.
Right.
So on our events. It'll be part of the upcoming subscription service, too, which will be available to our most frequent fans, free of charge initially, at least. We're going to give out a bunch of gift subscriptions to the people we like, our family. All right, new iPhone accessories are being tested by us, you guys, for on-air stuff. We looked at virtual reality, the new VR headsets that work with your phones. Mm-hmm. Wow. Vic and I both got a chance to test it for the first time.
Roller coaster.
What do you think, Vic? Roller coaster. That's what we were looking at.
Look, I know whatever we get or we're testing now, it only gets better. So it's going to be a win. It's just getting used to the thing around you because it's big. I have to admit it is.
Oh yeah, when you wear the headsets.
Right.
You guys have seen them.
Yeah.
The virtual record, because it's the emerging technology.
Yeah.
That's why we're using it.
Yeah.
We're going to be shooting in it and doing stuff. So I figured I better get Vic and I acclimated to at least what some of the stuff is out there. That's why I did this, because I said, hell, we got stuff coming to work on this summer. In August is expected that we'll be adding some of these capabilities to our own broadcast. And so we need to test out some of this technology.
Yep.
But the stuff we're working on is not necessarily going to even require. We'll be doing stuff that'll be viewable within web pages,
Right.
and also stuff that'll be viewable with the headset. So all of that coming. Okay. Also testing out stabilizer setups. Okay. The stuff. What I did is I reviewed what was the hot stuff to use for shooting videos with your cameras, your iPhones, and your smartphones. And so the software we're recommending, that everybody's recommending, is called Filmic. And we have the Filmic Pro. It was $10, which is high for an app.
Yeah.
But it's still cheap for software. It allows you really to control everything on the phone. Your zoom, your white balance, your audio, meters everything, records to folders, allows you to stitch things. Just wonderful, wonderful software.
Right.
Filmic, even though the other one, Vic, is what, $1 you said?
It was 99.
99 cents. So there you go.
Yeah.
Even that one is supposed to be wonderful. So Filmic and Filmic Pro. Bunch of tripods and mounts I've got also that I'm working on for shooting a bunch of projects with phones. So look for me to be doing this and bringing you some of the first of those videos that are going to be shot with the phones, trying to get that whole viewpoint. And Vic, the one other thing that's coming will be, once we solidify where we're going with your phone,
Right.
to look at which add-on lenses. The one thing by using the Filmic Pro and then getting these add-on lenses, which run about $175 or so.
Right.
That's, you don't have to,
Right.
but this is there's only a few things they said that they were doing on their quote-unquote pro level
Right.
to shoot with the phones.
Okay.
One of them was the software that they were using, because it allows all the color corrections and
Right.
had tons of different default apps that you can set for all that. So it's wonderful software. I admit, because I have the pro one, is $10, but again, the $1 version is good.
Okay.
But then they all were recommending a stabilizer.
Right.
And I got a good one too. One of the ones, $65. And then it was a matter of what they were all, for the most part, recommending some type of lens attachment. And of course, these are all adding costs, but I went and looked, and the company that they mostly were referring to, which was doing all what they called high quality lenses for the phones, almost all of them were under $200. I don't remember anyone over $200, the lens. But there's different ways they attach to the phone. Now, to them, once you attach those lenses to the iPhones, use the other software to do correction. Mount everything correctly,
Right.
whether it be a tripod or a stabilizer.
Right.
At that point, they were very happy. The other I left off something. At that point, they were very happy. One thing I didn't talk about was specifically the audio miking. So some of the miking stuff I'll be experimenting with in the upcoming, but I have the mics that are specifically designed for the iPhones coming.
Right.
And then we're going to have a lavalier
Okay.
too, and then we're going to be able to mix them too.
Okay.
So all of these things we'll be experimenting, along with, when you use Filmic Pro, for example, or even Filmic Vic, when you're shooting, you can pick which mic you want to use,
Oh, it gives you choices like
and just set it
Okay.
or switch it. In other words, none of that switching back and forth.
Right.
If you wanted to use the front camera,
Right.
you set what camera you wanted to use and the audio separately.
Oh, that's nice.
See, little things like that, right?
Right.
Make it a difference. And also the white balance and the color correction, zoom, all of that instant with taps. So all that stuff was wonderful features, and now I got it.
Right.
So it wasn't really more difficult. It's just that you would use that to shoot,
Right.
store everything,
Right.
and then they had, so it looked full featured.
That's why they charge $10.
Well, that's what I said. Look for Vic. So the main thing I'm getting ready for Vic and I is how we're going to expand on the Excursion Series. Vic goes out. He goes out and covers events. Somehow I'm going to be running behind him, near him, with both a 3D 360 setup
Right.
and potentially some other kinds of setups. That's what we're going to talk about.
Right.
Which kinds of things you want to use.
Right.
Just like I'm updating my monopod too.
Right.
So we'll be looking at how to best add these things. I don't know how we do without adding a sidekick for you.
Right.
But at least getting ready to have things like the 3D 360 monopod high enough.
Right.
Those kinds of things, getting ready
Okay.
for how we want to do things.
Should be interesting.
A lot of expansion. One of the things, Vic, we got to get this week down are the dates for the Neil's free concert.
Right.
We're going to have a free concert here, but we're going to be actually testing out the pay-per-view.
Right.
So it'll actually be a pay-per-view concert, but we'll have free tickets. Just have to register.
Right.
You get the free. And it'll be Neil's, and we're going to be testing it out for some future things.
Right.
And maybe some other incentives, too. Some other free gifts. So that's the date we have to come up with, Vic. And we're supposed to give them a date now. The 2 weeks is
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's already up.
So that's what we got to supposed to give them the 2 days. So that's the other thing. And they also know that other planned expansions coming for outside, including the gazebo,
Right.
potentially before.
Right.
That could be done in this month, potentially.
Okay.
But then again, so like I said, so the Neil's thing and the dates, and then just deciding you and I how we want to do these things,
Right.
use these things. Okay.
Okay.
I think that's most of it for me. There's some other edits we got coming up of our stuff that Vic and I talked about, the oracles. We have some scenes, some pieces from that that we're going to be editing and getting out there. The big thing for us, again, is scheduling, and also the fact that we've got these new types of shows.
Right.
I mean, the expansions that
hard.
Vic, take a minute maybe just to comment on what's happening with the iVictor.
It's really a kind of a graduation process. Maybe I should just go ahead and say here's a synopsis on it and remind people. It says iVictor. That's Mario gave the.
And we're changing
title.
the other
Right.
parts of the name after it, but I was going to talk to you. I started saying iVictor, then I stopped.
Right. I went on with developing what I call the persona of the individual involved, and the obvious one was Miko. And part of it is an unscripted challenge. But we always believe people are challenged towards success. And whatever that success could be entertainment, information, empowerment, could be whatever it is. So what I decided to do is do this thing of challenging Miko on the spot. She is totally unaware of what the subject's going to be, unless it's a continuing subject, but it always is a twist. And that I'm involved in playing what we call a discipline that's inserted within the program that's called role play. So you have to have this magic word that says, hey, role play, we're going to incorporate a scene. So all of this is to challenge her to see how fast she can think on her feet. And then I'm also challenged to see if I can pull off the show and deliver this unscripted, some will call it a webisode, I just call it the continuing series, of a live, unscripted, on the spot, talent challenging kind of featured show. And then at the end, the reward is that you get to pose up for the photo shoots that we use and promotion. So it's wrapping all this in together and see if it comes off with the kind of feel we hope for, which is people cheering for Miko more and hating on me. So it's accomplished that goal, which I thought that's what was going to happen. So each week we're going to continue to see if we can evolve it into more action items. It originally was taking place in the studio here, then we moved it outside the courtyard. Cold season now is getting behind us. Look for us to start moving it back outside to open up the area, but right now the feature
that'll
is
be
the brand.
nice.
Yeah.
Especially when we get the gazebo, that allows even some more control.
Right.
With that area too.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, got to remind everybody this Wednesday, going to have the new series that's ongoing, Trashing I Victor Community Roast Event. That's where we watch the latest episodes. As we rebroadcast and watch together the latest I Victor show. And we feature the new Blab technology, and the Blab chat room was part of that. So that'll be there for Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. This Friday, we have the ongoing Triple Banger with the Quiet Storm pre-show starting at 7, followed by the Quiet Storm at 8 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, the I Victor. This week on the Quiet Storm, the theme is celebrating new love. New love is like a newborn child. So that's the theme. I'm going to have Loretta Mars here co-hosting with me. Sitting in, we're going to have Hot Chocolate Miko. Marvin Smitty Smith will be here. He should be back, I believe. So we should have the regular team, Vic, I, Miko, Marvin. And again, Loretta's going to come in and sit in as my sidekick for this Friday's Quiet Storm. Wow. Okay, you guys. So be there and be part of that. Be part of all these things this coming week at PAX Stereo. That's really the plan for this week. Anything else, Vic, you want to bring up?
Not really. I don't want to bring up anything that I don't have what they call the proper details and the follow-up, because it deals with the excursion. So what I'll just tell you guys, look for some tweets between now and, say, Wednesday at the latest to let you know where I've chosen to go for the next excursion. It is the summertime series. Festivals, events are happening, so there's a lot going on. It's just choosing the right place and the best place to feature what I think is the experience from my point of view. Sometimes concerts are very difficult because you end up standing there and pointing the camera. That may not be the experience necessarily that the excursion is about, but sometimes it could be, of course, a part of it. So I'll update you. I'll let you guys know. So nothing new until I can confirm it.
All right. On the way out, I'd just like to acknowledge the passing of a hero to many of us. That is Muhammad Ali, a man who was willing to have over 3 years of his career interrupted just by refusing to cooperate. People don't realize that Muhammad Ali was threatened with jail and actually had been found guilty until he got an appeal. So he was looking at up to 5 years of jail time. My point being, our hero who stood up for his rights against all those odds, the demand that his religion be respected and his conscientious objector's status be respected. God acknowledge the passing of our hero because he has so much to do with the kind of spirit that revolves around the folks here at PAX Stereo TV. A mentor and icon. God bless you, Muhammad Ali. See you next week, or next month, whenever we do the next thing. Because we are right.